time this season we see two teams emerge from the tunnel, but only one can be pronounced champion. It is Manchester United against Bayern München. A clash of titans for our final. We can see briefly Mestre for Bayern going out first. He had to pull out all the stops in his game to see Bayern over the line. And on the other side, it's a Nexa who went ahead in game one in the semi-final, but just was washed away by an incredible Franquinho performance. He has a chance now to right that wrong.
Yeah, certainly, and there is no bigger stage to do it on than the eFootball Championship Pro final stage. It really is that level that they need to reach, and especially with Nexa, he will need to lead off Manchester United on a good footing here. Of course, you have got Mestre, who has came through both quarters and semi-finals with victories. So looking at it there, it's really delicately poised.
It's delicately poised, it's a grand occasion, and I tell you what, there's no one else I'd rather speak to before a grand occasion than, of course, the big man of adrenaline. Of course, it's Jordi Semrez with him in the mix zone.
The head honcho, the director of the tournament, call him whatever you want. He's a man of many names, Jordi. It's been a brilliant day. Have you been enjoying it so far?
Yeah, well, it has been an amazing day, you know, sitting matches, so I'm so happy of the tournament, the people enjoying it, the teams, and also, well, I think that now we have a exciting final that is going to be right now, so can't wait to see this final. So, yeah.
And what do you think of the season, its entirety in the last 5 months and how everything has gone?
Well, I think it has been a very exciting season. We think that we did a pretty good job for all teams and even the execution. So I'm so happy, and and also, well, I would like to thank Konami, of course, and all the teams for making this league possible.
And we also want to thank you, of course, for making all of this possible. And is there any just final message that you would like to say, as this is our last opportunity to speak with you before the end of the season?
Yeah, well, I will say thanks to all the fans that play eFootball and keep playing, and keep watching the eFootball Pro League, and enjoy the game. That is probably the best game in the world.
Probably? Come on.
Yeah.
The best.
The best.
The best. There you go. Well, thank you very much, Jordi.
You.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the grand finale, because it's going to be a cracker. I have no doubt about that. So I think we're just about ready. It's just about go time then between those two. I'll hand things over to Harry Wes one last time. Guys, ready for this?
More than ready, as are the players on the stage. That is what is waiting for Manchester United or Bayern München. The trophy lift is one of the most emphatic things you can do in any competition. We're going to see it in a minimum of 2 games' time, Wes. Bayern or United? Who's it going to be?
Oh, it's... you know, as much as Semra made fun, and we obviously thank Semra for all of her hard work this season, as much as she made fun of you sitting on the fence, it's a very comfortable position. It really is, because you could make equal arguments for either one of these teams to walk away with that trophy. You really could. If you look at Manchester United, look at Nexa, you look at Lotfi, you look at Kilsju, you look on the Bayern Munich side of the fence, you've got Mestre, you've got Jose, you've got Mukahit. At a minimum, of course, you've got Lutti and Jay Victor backing them up. There's so many elements to this that are, for lack of a better phrase, combustible. That anything is possible within this game. And as you quite rightly said, as much as the form book will give you a little bit of an idea as to how things are going to go, until the game starts, you have no idea what you're in for.
No, you don't, Wes. And I'll tell you what, one of my favourite things that happens in this studio, just to give people, as we look on to this fantastic piece of silverware, you don't see it at home, but as we get ready to jump into the game, the lights on the desk here just dim down, and it's one of my favourite things that happens because it means we're moments away from game time. Something you don't quite realise from home is just quite how bright the lights are on that stage. We saw Nexa there just for a moment, just head below the desk, taking a moment to himself. The disappointment from his semi-final performance can all be washed away here with a chance to turn up against Mestre. It's difficult to do, but if there's someone who can do it, it's Nexa.
He's former league MVP, knows his way around, former winner of this competition, knows his way around. But as does Mestre. Mestre has been here, done it, and seen it all before. That's what makes it so intriguing for these matchups to occur, because we don't know until we see them in the chairs. So we have to kind of almost make a snap decision based on what we see. Both of them look very calm, they look very cool. I'm sure that'll change within about 5 or 10 in-game minutes. But they all seem very relaxed, they seem very kind of loose, which is what you need in a final, to be able to just relax, play your natural game, and find your best level and just exert that will on the opposition.
Well, speaking of the final, we are now underway. The eFootball Championship Pro 2023 final. Underway between Bayern and United. Mane looking to start things off really strongly here for Mestre. We started with 8 clubs back in February. We said goodbye to 2 of them in May. We said goodbye to 4 more here today in the knockout stages. That leaves us just 2. Bayern and United. Sane to tell with the back heel. And De Gea's made a real hash of that one. Luckily, no man in a red shirt to try and pounce upon it. Of course, the United contingent will be hoping that Nexa puts his best foot forward here in the grand final. Still a best of 3. So extra time and penalties if we need them, but Nexa, I think it's fair to say, Wes, went slightly missing in the semi-final. If he puts his best foot forward here, United are in with a real shout of going up in game 1, going into game 2.
I think he had a lack of opportunity in terms of chances created, but even on top of that, Franquinho just kind of rode over him a little bit. Certainly, if he can find a level that we are all almost accustomed to at this stage, it'll be a very hard day at the office for Mestre.
Speaking of, Mestre's in red-hot form today. Of course, earlier on played a fantastic quarter-final. Did really well in his semi-final as well. He's looking to continue that fine form. Mane. Ventured into the box, but denied by the United defence, and now chance for a bit of breathing room as they get the throw in. "20 minutes gone in our final and no real chance to speak of just yet. Is that about to change? Musiala miscues his pass. Tell with the double touch around 1, gets past 2 as well, and David De Gea and Sané. Oh,
Great
side
save.
netting.
That is a brilliant save from David De Gea. And that is a chance missed for Bayern as well, with the follow-up there with Gnabry. Goalkeeper on the floor.
There was the first chance, the second into the side netting. Didn't quite see if it got a glance off a United man last, but I don't think so, judging by the reactions.
I'm so used to seeing Gnabry pop up there, I didn't realise that was Leroy Sané that was the one with the opportunity. Again, it doesn't really matter who it was that was shooting it. The fact is the chance has gone by the wayside.
Game 1 has come to life now as Mestre still knocking on that back door. Pavard with the cross. Nexa has to weather this storm. is, he's given the ball away very cheaply, trying to start counter-attacks perhaps a little bit too early here. Fred turns Kimmich very well. And Rashford dummies it, lets it run.
That'll do if you're United.
Throwing in on the half-hour mark, taken very quickly to Martial. Leroy Sané. Mestre assessing his options. Goes back to Goretzka. We expect this to be a very nervy affair, and I said before, the first goal so vital. Martial trying his luck against De Ligt there. But it's so nervy because these clubs, of course, all been playing since February to get to this very point. So the nerves will be paramount. Who can hold their nerve? Rashford, Fred, back to Marcus Rashford. Crowded out. It's been a very open first half of game one. 5 minutes till half time. We'll perhaps argue Mestre and Bayern look more comfortable in possession here, but still 0-0. Musiala can find Sané here now. Here's a real chance to open the scoring.
Great save again. Brilliant composure from Nexa.
Still a corner to be defended, but that Nexa save, not the first of the half, has denied the first goal of our finals. Bayern corner. Definitely one to forget there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Only 1 minute added on at the end of the first half. One that has been fairly even, fairly open, but you'd definitely tip the advantage to Bayern given the sheer amount of opportunities they had in comparison to their adversaries here.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to just edge themselves in front in terms of momentum. Not necessarily by goals, of course, because we haven't seen one yet. In terms of the momentum of the game, they seem to just be working their way into it a little bit more. But of course, we've seen already from Manchester United and from Nexa already over the course of this entire competition, when it takes one opportunity to come by, and these guys will take it.
Second half underway. Bayern and United facing off in our grand finals. Over the top to Sané. There's a man over for company as well. Goes for goal and
it's 3 chances now for
flashes
Sané.
past the woodwork there. As you said, so many chances so far for Mestre. This one may be the best of the bunch.
I think that slide tackle just did enough to put him off in terms of looking to try and block a chance or an opportunity of maybe putting the ball low. Instead, he had to go high, but obviously with that becomes more of a risk.
Rashford. Who can he find here in the middle? Pavard for company. Sabitzer. Looked like he might just get a head onto that, but over his head it goes. Defence into attack here from Bayern. And likewise for United, as once again it's Marcus Rashford. Shrugs off Pavard, and Bruno Fernandes has space in the box and goes for goal! Our first goal of the finals! Scored by Bruno! Puts Nexa and Manchester United in a commanding position now.
In terms of threat assessment, if you start worrying about too many players too closely, for example, with Rashford, with Martial, you're going to leave a threat open. And one of them is Bruno Fernandes. See here again, great work down the left-hand side here with Rashford. But you'll notice there, instead of trying to dribble in field, he plays a square ball into Bruno. Bruno has that opportunity and has the angle to find a controlled strike into the back of the net. And what tonic that is to relieve some of that pressure that Nexa was under. He'd had those 3 opportunities that had gone his way when Bayern had gone down his end of the field. Instead, he has found a golden chance and has tucked it away for 1-0.
You read my mind, Wes. My mind initially went back to those chances as Martial gave chase there. That Mestre had so many. Didn't take them, and Nexa's made him pay. At this level, on this stage, it's about being clinical, and Sabitz has latched onto this one. Rashford! United 2, Bayern 0.
It's just like that, and it's 2-0. You see there the awareness again. He knew that he was going to get caught with Sabitzer. He says, there's a Marcus Rashford over there. We'll play that over there. You can see all of the pressure went there. Rashford is ahead of his man. But no chance there. Tucks it away for 2-0. And gone is the emotion from Nexa. It's the calmness that's been replaced with it. And again, if I was a player, that's what would terrify me, is if he's calm. That's what would terrify me completely.
Well, it's almost like watching 2 different players up there in comparison to his semi-final 3-0 defeat to Franquinho. His emotions were all over the shop, on display for everyone to see. As you said, cool, calm, collected customer now. Has a 2-goal lead to defend here. Mestre had his chances, but really, thinking back for Nexa, it's only been those 2 opportunities. He's taken them both, and it's all about being clinical at this level.
That's what we've said. We've said it all day. We have said it about when those chances come by to you, you have to make them count. It doesn't matter about, oh, well, we had these nearly opportunities and, oh, we almost scored. The only stat that will matter at the end of this game is the one that is the top left-hand corner of the screen, and that is the score line. And if it reached 2-0 at the end, nobody's going to really remember those 3 chances for Sane. I'm going to venture to say that Mestre may. Nobody else will. The history books will tell you it's 2-0.
Number 44. Coming on the field.
Well.
Number 11.
Nexa 2, Mestre 0.
Number 22. The
Just kept that
attendance
in.
for this match was 70,987.
Double touch lets him down.
He just ran out of real estate.
Sadio Mane, Coburn, you know he likes to get to the byline this time, delivered early. Kimmich on the turn. Mane snatched away by Lindelof.
It's great aggression there from Nexa. Knows he has to go out and forage to get that ball back. Knows the physicality that this Bayern Munich side has to offer. So he knows he's got to make himself known in these challenges.
This is why we watch the eFootball Championship Pro. As Sane is dispossessed. Because coming into this game, Mestre had been in red-hot form in the knockout stages. Beating De Palma. Winning against Roma in the quarterfinals. 5-1. Then you look at how Nexa performed. Again, I'll keep bringing up that Milan 3-0 loss. Because at that point, it looked like United down and out. Not expected to reach this game. Now he gets a second chance. And it's like old sportsmen used to say back in the day, don't let me get 1. Don't let him get 2. Nexa doesn't look like letting go.
Very much so. If you're a 90s child, you know that you don't give any impetus to Manchester United to get on comebacks. You don't do it because they will take advantage of it. And certainly as they're playing at the moment, Manchester United and Nexa especially, they're very, very well indeed. But Bayern Munich will always cause problems. They will always cause you to question what you are doing. But as you can kind of see here from Nexa, it's very much the clear the lines and keep it in play. Which is why we keep hearing it be applauded every time it goes clear as Rashford looks to make his way down the left-hand side here. He's got players in support if he needs him. Instead, he's turned himself around, and this is the early beginnings of time wasting. Maybe here's Fred.
It's Fred now. Meccano has to step in, but I was just watching Mestre's player cam in the bottom right. Every single time the ball gets away from him, visible disgust. Mane on the turn, double touch, but nothing coming of that time around. Savitzer with a nice dummy.
Kept it in as well as Sabitzer. He's got players in the middle. Pavard has brought him down. Advantage is given.
Savitzer to Eriksson. Martial just couldn't match the pace of the ball.
Clock keeps ticking here. Lindelof with the header.
It's like that's a offside there, the referee's called, and well, changes to be made. 10 minutes to go, Wes. Those early chances we saw from Mestre just seem to be non-existent now.
Yeah, they seem to just completely dried up those opportunities. The minute the ball goes anywhere close to that Manchester United backline, it is cleared away, and then is applauded with the clearance. Because so long as it stays in play, as we've said before, that clock will keep ticking. And that's all that Manchester United want at this point in time. They have a 2-goal lead. As long as that clock keeps ticking, I think I've clocked there, 9 minutes in game plus stoppage. They're in the box seat here.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Leon Goretzka.
Rashford down to
Coming
Martial.
on to replace him is number 13, Eric Choupo.
Go time for Bayern. Joao Cancelo
Substitution in progress.
just can't get past Shaw. Nexus defending throughout the game, whether it be with the goalkeeper or the back four. Has been difficult to break down. Look at the red shirts forward though. Tell again, can't get past Lindelof. Casemiro defending now. Rashford inside. Time is ticking down here for Bayern. United have the ball back, and anywhere will do. Applause from Lotfi. In the 90th minute now, and United still have this 2-goal lead.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Intercepts up towards Rashford, and now Martial can backheel it to Anthony. Where does this one go? Martial maturely to the corner. It runs out of play, but it's at the right end of the pitch if you're a United fan. They win the ball back as well, and Rashford might fancy himself here. That maturity from Nexa coming through. Game 1 goes to United. 2-0, and there's the Nexa we expected. Puts United on championship points.
He may have disappointed in the semis, but he hasn't in the final. He has given them a big advantage going into game 2 here. Wonderful, as you said, mature was the right word. Maturity in that performance, and we'll see it back here. The chances that were there for Mestre. But in terms of the manual goalkeeping, Nexa was equal to them all in terms of the abilities that he was finding here. But again, it's this goal with Fernandes. It's a brilliantly controlled strike into the right-hand side of the net. And from there, you thought, okay, you've got yourself a foothold. Are Bayern Munich going to respond here? Instead, Nexa found even more than what he... Because we've seen it before from him. We'll see there, again, the awareness and the coolness under pressure to find the extra pass across. We've seen it time and time again from Nexa. So it isn't too much of a surprise to see it in the final. Again, though, against such a high-level player in Mestre, that's where the surprise comes in.
It's almost as if that second United goal knocked the wind out of Mestre, and he never fully seemed to recover from it. And thanks to Nexa's performance, they are now on championship points. Game 2 moments away, and the two men taking the stage matched up against each other on match day 7 around about a month ago. Jose for Bayern bested Alex earlier on. Will have to do so here again against Killzoo. Killzoo's performances throughout the season have been stellar. But for Jose, it's a bit of a conundrum, because back on match day 7, these two men played already. It ended in a 2-1 win to Killzoo, so advantage the Frenchman.
It's only a month ago that this game happened, and we're seeing a rerun now, but I would venture to say that the stakes are slightly higher. Just the small, small token of an eFootball Championship Pro trophy at stake here.
It's one game away for United. The silverware that they want to take home. Back to Old Trafford. As you can see, both sets of players setting up their virtual teams, Wes, but the thing I want to talk about is the psychology of the men behind the controllers, not the ones controlling them, but the entourages on the stage. Because although Bayern outnumber Manchester United, it was Lotfi and it was Killzoo getting loud, applauding their player, and their presence was felt. Do you think that could be the difference maker here?
It's certainly easier to cheer on your teammate when they've got a goal ahead. I will say that much. It's very easy to talk when you're ahead, but if you start talking when it's 0-0, that's the sign of a real eSport player, as we'll see going into game 2 here.
It's underway now. Bayern versus United. Jose versus Killzoo. Musiala in the area to kick us off. First storm weathered by Killzoo, as we mentioned before. Match day 7, only a month ago these two faced off. What have they learned since then? Tell has two men over on that far side. Varane for company, goes for goal himself. And very wayward in the end. Sadio Mane keeps it alive here to Musiala. Leroy Sané, and Tell is through against David De Gea.
What a save!
Unbelievable!
He was out of position, and then he somehow still got back into position. That is a wonderful save from Killzoo.
I think the manual saves from De Gea have saved 3 goals for United, and we've barely kicked off game 2. Corner still to deal with here, Varane away. There was a similar story in game 1 with Nexa. Mestre could not beat the manual goalkeeping. Long ball to Mane. Oh, doesn't connect with it.
I think he was looking to try and knock that down into the box. There's nobody there to receive it.
If you're just joining us, this is the final of this competition. We've played 7 regular season match days. Quarterfinals and semi-finals prior to this point. Marcus Rashford for United to cross it in. It's United who won game 1, therefore are 1 game away in this best of 3 from hoisting the trophy. Jose for Bayern wants to prevent that very action happening. Mane dispossessed.
It's going to be a case of chicken here. Who's going to blink first?
I think that's a bit of a miscue there from Kilzu. Bit of a cheap throw in to give away to Jose. And he's going for a ball towards Tell. That's quite either a tame finish or a calm back pass. Musiala's double touch sees him past the first man. Tell with a snapshot. Mane skips past Martinez and it'll be a corner now to Bayern.
Much the same as we kind of saw in match 1. Early Bayern pressure, but it resulted in Manchester United taking the lead. We see history repeats itself.
Corner to no avail. As you said, the opening 30. Fairly one-way traffic. Varane has to try and mark Tell. There's another Jose chance. Goes by the wayside. Bruno Fernandes. Marcus Rashford. Fred. Sabitzer. This is better for United, but fed to an offside Martial in the end. Difficult at times to decipher and predict exactly which way this game's going to go. It's Jose. It's like the Iceman. So difficult. So difficult to falter, break down. One of the most difficult 1v1 players to come up against in this competition. On the other side, you have Kilzu, who's playing for the trophy, essentially. Martial trying to sneak in behind. It's a better spell of pressure here, though, for United. Can Kilzu capitalise? Casemiro. And Bruno playing keep ball as Martial. Can't seem to get a hold of that one. Shaw pounces and Rashford protects. Martial with the flick on to Rashford, but Musiala well placed.
We thought that maybe rather than go aerially here, that United would be trying to break Bayern down on the low block, purely on the basis of how physically imposing this team is versus what Manchester United have in their repertoire here. And again, if you're Bayern, you need to start tapping into that pace that you have up front.
Sane, good turn from him. This will be the final attack of the half, and it's quelled by Kilzu. Even at half-time between Bayern and United. Still evenly poised. A reminder, Bayern need to win the next two to be crowned the champions. If not, it's United that will be lifting that trophy. For the first time in their history, if I'm not mistaken, got to the final of the eFootball Cup a few years ago. Here's Rashford coming forward. Oh! It was a sighter, but Sommer has to push it round. First real chance for United to start off the second half.
There's a good chance just to get themselves a foothold in this half already. Just say, hey, you know, we may not have had the ascendancy in the first half, but we'll want it in the second.
United corner, Varane's in there. This is just as tight as when these two men went to war a month ago. Advantage played by the referee, I think. No, apparently not. Kills you as surprised as I am. It was a 2-1 scoreline back then, and Rashford, well, he has absolutely no one for company, but loses his footing. The idea was there. How could Bayern break? Sadio Mane into the area, tries to cut back, but defensively United have been so strong. It's a prime example of it there, Casemiro stepping up.
Bit of a cynical one there. Oh, red card!
Oh!
Red card!
Well, we didn't quite get to see it, but you called it, Wes. Kimmich has been sent off here. Bayern down to 10 men in game 2. And that might just set the cat amongst the pigeons.
It was a pretty cynical challenge on halfway. But the ball had clearly gone.
Well, Jose not electing to make any changes following that sending off. But how big could that be?
Don't forget, in terms of positionally where Joshua Kimmich sits in this formation, he is the DMF. He's normally the blocker. It's that really key position of DMF. Oh no, tell a lie actually, they have Goretzka sitting at DMF, so that might be explaining why that the pause has only just gone in.
Well, it's one of the very few red cards we've seen this entire eFootball Championship Pro season.
I'm trying to cast my mind back, I don't think we've seen one.
And it's come in game 2 of the grand finals. My oh my. Well,
see that ball's gone.
There is the red card, Wes. Yeah, that's the infringement.
Yeah, you saw ball was gone. It was cynical. United run the counter. Yes, they are again here.
Number 22. Substitutions taking place.
Oh, Martial was threatening him behind, but clearly the referee not putting up with any late tackles here.
If it kills you, I think the idea here would be maybe not pay too much attention to the fact that Bayern are down to 10. You've still got to play your natural game here. And if you're Jose, you've got to cover the gap. You have to cover that gap, whichever way you look at it.
Bruno Fernandes trying to force it through to Rashford. There is a pause queued up. There's plenty of space in that midfield now. Cancelo. Scott McTominay. Final 15 to play in game 2. It is still Bayern 0, United 0. Nothing to separate these two. Unless Martial into the penalty area now. Pavard, it landed at his feet. Great reading of the dummy there from Kilsue. An even better dummy on the other side. Sane with green grass to run into. Tries to lay it off, but, well, he will get there.
Free kick.
And the referee, as you said, has seen something he's not happy with. Free kick in what is an inviting position for Bayern. The area now, Pavard, it landed at his feet. Great reading of the dummy there from Kilsue. An even better dummy on the other side. Sane with green grass to run into. Tries to lay it off, but, well, he will get there.
Free kick.
And the referee, as you said, has seen something he's not happy with. Free kick in what is an inviting position for Bayern.
They certainly have a welcoming committee to talk about what option they take it. You have the likes of João Cancelo, Leroy Sané, even Sadio Mane can hit these. Stood over the ball. It's just a case of what gamble do you take?
One well-placed kick here, Wes, and we could well see a game 3. Jose taking his time. This is such an important decision.
The problem you have with this type of free kick is actually pretty simple. If you jump the wall, you know, Murphy's Law says they'll go under it. If you don't jump the wall, Murphy's Law says they'll go over it. If you move the goalkeeper, Murphy's Law says they go in the other side. You literally have no way to move here. You've just got to be correct with your answer.
Looks like it will be Leroy Sané for Bayern München in the 83rd minute here. Steps up and it's straight at David De Gea. Anticlimactic in the end. You sense that might just be Bayern's last real chance of the 90. Certainly one of the best chances they'll get being down to 10. More tactical switches and pauses in play.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
McTominay.
Coming on the field is
Final 5 minutes in game 2. Kilsue and Jose have not been able to be separated at this point, but that's a back heel towards Anthony, through and just crowded out. Koeman. Now all of a sudden Bayern are breaking. Tell on that right-hand side, past Lindelof. Who's there waiting? Tell's going all the way. Out to McTominay. Up to Rashford. Back by Upamecano. Casemiro joins the fray. And we are headed to extra time.
I'm nervous for them, and I'm not. I have no dog in the fight here, and even I feel nervous.
Unbelievable between these two competitors. Kilsue and Jose. We said it back on match day 7, two of the most evenly matched players, proving why. Here in the finals, United so close to glory. Bayern fighting for survival.
Right now for information on our shuttle bus service.
Sounds like we're underway. First period of extra time. A reminder, Bayern down to 10. Fernandes. Marcus Rashford tries to slide in Anthony. Here he is again. Good read from Jose. Casemiro not letting Bayern break out. Anthony. Stanisic again, stepping up. Sandro Martinez came a long way, and that might just allow Bayern through here. Kingsley Coman galloping towards the penalty area. Luke Shaw
had
cross.
to make the challenge. That's a brilliant read. Had to make the challenge there.
Up to Fernandes. 5 minutes to go here in extra time 1. Shaw nods it on.
You see Kilsey just trying to put it into places that Mestre doesn't want to be. Sorry, Jose doesn't want to be in.
Jadon Sancho dispossessed by Upamecano, but McTominay will retrieve. There's 4 white shirts waiting up top. Goretzka defending. And we're into added time of extra time. A great tackle from Kilsey. We head to extra time period number 2. You cannot split these two.
The atmosphere in here is just riddled with pressure.
It's been a very, very long day. One less for Jose and Bayern. Playing all the way from the quarters. Anthony to start off the second extra time period. Rashford, Fernandes. United still trying to push here. Casemiro over the top towards Anthony. Just both players cancelling each other out here.
I think either one are looking for a mistake here.
Probably the longest day has been had by Bayern. They kicked off the show against AS Roma all that time ago. They've been waiting for this moment, and Jose has to hold strong. Rashford now in the penalty area dancing, and Bruno is there. Only a corner, but it could be a valuable one. Kills can conjure up some magic here.
He nearly did there. It was just a really good covering block there by Jose.
Kilsu's thinking, what do I have to do? To break down Jose. Manchester United corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 44.
Bruno to take.
To replace him is
Towards Jadon Sancho. 5 minutes remain in the second period of extra time. Jose trying his best to try and break. Being down to 10 men, it's always going to be difficult to do so. And De Gea as well, taking that a long way from home.
Gotta get back in goal here.
Taken quickly. Mane looked like he might shape to shoot, and kills you absolutely incensed that this one might just slip through his fingers. 120th minute. Bayern in possession. Short to Gnabry. Anthony wins the ball. We are going to penalties. Nothing to split Jose and kills you. It's a penalty shootout here in game 2. If United win it, they will be champions. If Bayern come through victorious, Wes, we'll see a game 3.
Here we go. Gnabry versus De Gea.
Jose to kick first. Up against kills you. De Gea's made some good saves, but sent the wrong way. Up next, Jadon Sancho. Steps up and straight down the middle.
Nonchalant.
Tell up next. For Bayern and Jose. Scores. 2-1. Bruno up next for United.
Finish. Really good penalty.
2-2. Lotfi can't watch off camera. And I don't blame him at all. Sadio Mane steps up and it's off the post. It's a Mane miss.
He's been so reliable all day.
Rashford to take the lead in the shootout.
Ice in the veins.
All the pressure on Jose. It's Koeman against De Gea, and it's saved! Unbelievable!
It's match
Putting
point.
Manchester United and kills you on match point. They've done it! Manchester United are your eFootball Championship Pro 2023 champions. Lotfi kills you, Nexa, now champions.
Glory, glory, Man United. What a finish. The coolness to do that in a penalty shootout with the final on the line. The confidence of that young man. They've done it again. Those three have been phenomenal.
Well, you can see the emotions, what it means. It's undeniable. They've worked so hard since this competition kicked off in February. But finally, we have your champions, Manchester United.
Congratulations to Manchester United. Another warm round of applause for the winners. Nick's is crying. You have to tell me how you're feeling right now. You can translate.
C'était tellement dur cette année que j'ai tout lâché là. Je suis heureux pour moi, pour mes coéquipiers, pour le club surtout. Ils méritent ce club. Et voilà.
The season was so hard. It's hard to hard words. He's so happy for us, for the club first, mainly the club, and for us, for the teammates. So yeah, he's so happy, and it's too much emotion for him.
I can imagine, I can see that. Tears of absolute joy just streaming down his face right now. You're holding your breath. You can hardly contain your emotions and your feelings right now. Tell me about the moment that you were crowned.
Wow, it was it's just amazing because it's penalty shootout. So we don't know. In a game you can know at the last minutes, but now it's 1 moment, 1 second. You know you are champion, and be champion with this jersey for this club. For us, it's very special because, for example, we all win before with another club, but it's a very special feeling. It's so much different to win with Manchester, and we are more happy than ever in our life.
I can imagine that you share that same sentiment. And talk about the way that the season started. You came into this touted as one of the favourites, a new collection of stars with talent and all kinds of things that you could bring to Manchester United. It's proven to be the case. Only 2 points a match they won. Very disappointing, no wins. But in a way, it almost didn't matter because look at what's happened today.
It was the start of the season was very, very difficult, but we work a lot with all the team, and they give us a lot of advice. Even after we took 0 points against Arsenal, it was very difficult and unhabitual for us to be 7. And yes, that we work a lot together as a team, and we are very proud of what we did.
Well, you should be very proud, and I'm sure that I say this on behalf of all the Manchester United fans out there, that they're very proud of you as well. So I'll let you have this moment, revel in it, soak in it, enjoy your new trophy. Nexa still can't even believe it, by the way. But we do also want to take a moment to announce some of the prizes that we still have for you that are going to be given out. As we said at the beginning of the day, there is going to be a Best Goal of the Day award for the knockout round. So please welcome to the stage now FC Bayern Munich's Mestra, winner of the Best Goal of the Day award. 5,000 euros he will take home then for today. A round of applause. There he is coming in from behind. Mestre. Congratulations. And we do also have one more final award to hand out as well, and that is the MVP award for the day as well, for the knockout round, winner of 10,000 euros. Please give it up for Manchester United's Kills You. Double congratulations to you, my friend. Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. Exhaling and trying to relax from what's been such an emotional day. Guys, everyone come on up here. We've got the whole crew, all of the teams, all the players. Wow, what a journey, what a ride. It has all come down to this. The final stop on our tour. We have finally crowned our new winners, our new champions for the eFootball Championship Pro 2023. He looks like he's in disbelief.
Complete disbelief. I mean, to have it completely finished by a penalty shootout, I mean, you couldn't write it better, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, you really couldn't. All of these esports pros have been playing for so long throughout the season, so hard, practicing every single day. And this is what it means to him. Can't wait to see it again next season.
Oh, I can't wait to see it again either. As it is our farewell, is there any other final words you would like to say to all of our fans and to our loyal audience out there?
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been absolutely spectacular this season. You have not been disappointed for entertainment this year, let me tell you that much. These guys have put on a show.
They've been spoiled,
They've spoiled us, absolutely spoiled us.
Yeah, and for me, it's just when's the new season start?
Yeah.
Because can we start again next week? Can we do it again? It's been awesome. It's been fantastic. And thank you so much to everybody who's made it happen. Front of the camera, behind the camera, all of these. wonderful human beings. It's been brilliant.
It really has been brilliant. I very much share all the same sentiments that the two of you have just displayed for all of us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to both of you as well. I've loved every single moment working alongside the two of you. I want to take a moment to thank Konami, to thank everybody here as well for putting on what has been such a fabulous show week in, week out, whenever we have had our match days. To the entire crew here behind the scenes, in front of the cameras, everybody involved. It has been so fantastic, and we really appreciate all the hard work and the tireless efforts that have been put into making this so wonderful. And of course, a final thank you to all of you as well, to all of our loyal fans, to our audience, to everybody who loves to play eFootball and to watch these fabulous guys here in action as well. Thank you so very much. We hope you enjoyed the season. We'll see you again very soon. Take care, everyone, and adios for now.
Bye.